and welcome to the One Idjit's Thoughts on podcast on day 21 of the Dog Days of Podcasting. I'm Paul Mackey. It's been one hectic, slow-moving day. There was an all-staff meeting at work, not an ominous one, just a long one in which every department shares what's going on, but it threw off what I intended for the day, and my lunch was not spent watching this episode as planned. Iris is down at the movies watching the remastered 15th anniversary Coraline screening, and at some point she'll be asking for a ride home. I can't imagine finishing this recording and all publishing before I stop to provide transport, but we'll see. So I suppose I had better transition to Gravity Falls Season 2, Episode 11, Not What He Seems. Brief summary. Stan adds more sludge to the machine, ignoring warnings of gravitational anomalies. The timer continues counting down, and things begin periodically floating for a little while. Mabel has found a stash of fireworks, but Stan catches them. Just as it sounds as though he's going to scold them and send them away, Stan instead says he's got to be a part of launching them off. After the nearby environs are all a bit scorched, they go for cleanup with water balloons. Stan seems about to tell the twins something, but doesn't. As he walks around the side of the shack, he is jumped by government agents, who invade the shack and pack Stan off in one direction and the twins in another. The agents insist Stan stole toxic waste and has a doomsday device somewhere in the shack. Stan radios Seuss and tells him to guard the vending machine. McGucket is packing, trying to leave town before the clock reaches 0. And now it's time to pick up Iris. And now I'm back. Almost like I never left. The kids escape their agent and double back to the shack, thinking they can find the security tapes to prove that Stan is innocent. But while the tapes start out looking like they're correct, soon the video proves that Stan left the shop for a long period of time, and then returned with a large drum of toxic waste. Under the monitor, they find a box of fake IDs of Stan with other names, and one press clipping saying Stan Pines died, and another with a picture of Stan calling him an unnamed grifter. Then they conveniently find a scrap with secret code to hideout written on it, and Mabel recognizes the letters and numbers from the vending machine. Stan has been waiting for the next gravitational anomaly and uses the chaos from it to escape, tricking the agents into following an empty cab, then going back to the shack where all agents have been called away to search the town for him. Seuss is guarding the vending machine and tries to keep the twins away. Mabel blows glitter in his eyes and they battle until Dipper manages to enter the code and the doorway swings open. The three of them go below and Dipper spots the other two journals, further shaking what he thought he knew about Stan. He opens the journals to the device pages and reads the blacklight text, declaring that the device was meant to aid human knowledge but was too dangerous. It could destroy the Earth or even the universe if it were turned on and reached the end of a countdown sequence. And that's very soon. They turn manual shutdown keys and a shutdown button appears. Dipper is about to shut it down when Stan interrupts. Gravitational anomalies return, and Dipper tells Mabel to get to the button. She can do it, but Stan convinces her that he is telling the truth. It needs to finish. Mabel decides to let it reach 0, and there is a blinding flash. A man emerges from the portal and reaches out a 6-fingered hand to grab Journal 1. It's the author of the journals, says Stan, then reveals it is his brother. My favorite line.
Wait, the ant-rabbit!
Don't you mean jackalope?
That can't be right.
Who is? Josh Weinstein was one of the writers on this episode. Josh was born and raised in Washington, D.C. His mother is a university director and his father a lawyer. He became best friends with Bill Oakley in 8th grade. Josh attended Stanford while Oakley attended Harvard, but they reunited after college and wrote a spec script for The Simpsons. They were hired on for a single episode. After that, they were hired on as staff in 1992, and subsequently they were executive producers and showrunners for seasons 7 and 8. Then they moved on to other things. Josh was co-writer for 9 of the 20 episodes of Season 2 of Gravity Falls, and he has since co-created Disenchantment for Netflix, along with Matt Groening. What worked? Dipper finally gets a lot of the answers he was looking for, though they come with some new questions. Stan's capture couldn't have stopped the device unless he wasn't there to prevent the twins from shutting it down, I suppose. What didn't work? It kind of felt like there were a couple of key things in the episode, and yet it took all that whole time just to do those couple of things. Bring the government down on Stan and the shack, and then complete the countdown. Sure, that's not enough to make a whole episode without a bunch of extra stuff, but that's kind of my point. But I am still super amped to watch the next one. Things to ponder. I'll keep it brief, even though there are obviously a whole stack of things to ponder. Did Stan fake his death at some point and those old headlines only reflect that? Or did this guy take Stan Pine's identity? Is he even related to the twins? Next time, Gravity Falls Season 2, Episode 12, A Tale of Two Stans. Happy hunting! You've been listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, produced by Paul Mackey in association with Nimlas Studios. Any short clips of audio from shows is included under fair use for commentary purposes, and copyright for that content remains with its original copyright holders. The theme song is Too Good by Jack Mangan and is used by his generous permission. One Idjit's Thoughts is produced under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. You can find more episodes of this podcast and many other fine podcasts at nimlas.org. You can contact me by emailing idjitcastpodcast@gmail.com or commenting on episodes at nimlas.org. I didn't come up with an after music line? Shame on me. And that's going to have to be it.